You just poop? You pooping? Okay, that's good. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing mono green fling, and we're going to fling some poo around here as well, it looks like. So anyway, what we're trying to do is we are trying to grow a Yorvo, a Woodland Champion, or you know, just have big creatures in general, and then fling them in at our opponent's face and do it in very fun fashion, and that is like the main thing. So yeah, we are mono green, we are splashing for red for fling, but what we're trying to do here is Yorvo grows every time that another green creature enters the battlefield, and so we have tons of green creatures. So if we get a Yorvo out in the battlefield, I mean, he's going to be able to swing in a few turns anyway. Hopefully we're going to be able to do 5 to 10 points of damage and then fling him in for 10 or so, you know, after swinging in with a few other creatures. That's kind of the idea of this deck, is just that kind of gameplay around, is what we're trying to do. The other thing I was trying to do with this deck in the past was I created a bunch of saplings, create like a ton of tokens all at once to grow him on a massive amount in one turn, so then we can fling him in. And green just doesn't quite have the ability to do that really well until we got Rhys the Redeem. Rhys the Redeem would be able to, for 6 mana, create, you know, a copy of each creature token that was, and you know, grow them all. Like we could have like 6 or 7 tokens. You know, also create a copy of each one of those. Yorvo would grow by 7 that turn, and then if we had a lot of, you know, ramping spells, everything like that, then we could hopefully fling them in after that happened as well. So I was trying to make that work for a while. I also have Woodland Champion for the same reason, because it grows for every token that enters the battlefield, so it works really well with Rhys the Redeem, but it just wasn't quite working out well enough. I needed to just have a basic mono green aggro deck as well, and that's what I was noticing, is that just having tokens wasn't working quite as well for me. And so I wanted to create another version of this deck that I think is going to work, that works out really well now. And what we're trying to do is we just have a lot of good stuff. So Gilded Goose, which creates a token for Woodland Champion, also gives us our extra red source, so that's really nice. I could try to go down on this slot, but I felt like it was good for what we needed. It works well with our card draw advantage, which is our great henge, and so it's the only thing it doesn't really work well with is Impervious Perfect, where we could have another you know, elf on turn 2, but it just seemed like it worked fairly well for this slot. So Llanowar Elves here is an elf. Paradise Druid helps us get some ramp on. Welcome Preserver, just another thing that we can dump mana into to fling in if we need to, and then Imperious Perfect creates a token for us, also so pumps Woodland Champion by it being an elf and by creating tokens, pumps Yorvo by creating tokens, and by entering the battlefield in general. It pumps Stillleaf Champion. The only thing that is a little bit awkward in this deck is Lovestruck Beast, because it creates a white creature instead of a green creature, but because it's a 5/5 and we're flinging stuff in anyway, it's just worth having that extra slot. So we have a ton of ramp into our 3-drop slot. We have a, you know, 1 Nissa in the top end, 1 Great Henge, or a couple Great Henges up here, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that you are done, and so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to fusiongamingonline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
Also, with the update, I have a friends list now, so if you guys want to add me as a friend, my link is right there. I'll try to post it into the there it is there. I'll try to post it into the description as well, but yeah, add me as a friend. I'd love to play whenever I have the time. All right, up against Rob 1089, bring it on. And I'm playing best of 1. I'm not doing the ranked with traditional with historic, because just isn't as much fun to me. All right, we don't have a 1 mana ramp spell here. We do have Woodland Champion with Imperious Perfect, which is pretty good. Just to be able to start creating tokens and start growing that. So he becomes a 4/4 really quick. So we're starting to keep this. I'm playing 4 copies of Fling. I probably ought to be playing like 3, but I wanted to, you know, if it was the main thing that we're playing in this deck, I wanted to have that as an available thing to do. So Stomping Ground, tap, pass the turn. Wish we had our Llanowar Elves. We did find a land though, which is nice. And yeah, so what do you guys play in historic? So I've been playing, I like to just play best of 1. It is annoying that you don't get any rewards for by playing free play historic. That's just weird and dumb to me. All right, they have Wildgrowth Walker. That's bad. We may end up needing just to kill that at some point. Let's go Woodland Champion, though. Paradise Druid is really nice to get some ramp, but we don't really have things to ramp into. Like, we can't even really use much extra mana for this Imperious Perfect yet. Hopefully we can start growing this, though, and start getting to, like, a Great Henge or something. Okay, Wild Growth Walker. And being able to create tokens that we can fling at things is not too bad either. No blocks. Take it. That's interesting. All right, let's go for Imperious Perfect. I have a feeling this is going to grow. Do we want to swing in, or do I want to keep it as a blocker for like Jade Light Ranger? Let's say if it doesn't grow, Imperious Perfect can still block here. So let's go ahead and just swing in. We'll take our beats from Jade Light Ranger, hopefully not from Wild Growth Walker. Down to 17 past the turn. I mean, they gain so much life anyway, maybe I should just be holding back as a blocker. Gilded Goose comes out. Not Explorer thing. Alright, so no extra Explorers, that is good. They don't swing with Jade Light Ranger, interesting. Alright, so this is actually a pretty good turn. So, Paradise Druid. Riz the Redeem. I'm actually... Do I want to play this Gilded Goose for this? We grow the Woodland Champion, but is it better than just playing this? We get to gain some life with it, and have a bit more ramp for later turns. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. We can hold on to Gilded Goose. The main thing I would like to be able to do is be able to start creating copies of tokens, but we don't have a ton of tokens to be creating copies of. All right, so start growing our board. Man, Riz the Redeem is so good if we get to that ability. We just have to have enough tokens to make it actually worthwhile. It's only creature tokens, so the food token doesn't get created. Woodland Champion grows. There we go. Another Imperious Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I had Paradise Druid for mana ramp as well, huh? I totally missed that. Alright, so Woodland Champion definitely growing now. Make him a big boy. Next turn we get to start using Riz the Redeem. I think that it ends up creating almost more tokens. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing in with Woodland Champion here. I'm guessing they just chump block with like a Llanowar or Gilded Goose. Or they block with everything. All right. Yeah, okay. So they're doing 6 damage. We get to create another token. So he gets to become a 7/7. He loses everything. And we get we're just happy about that. Life is good. And opponents gives it up. There we go. All right. And the other thing too is that we're going to be growing Woodland Champions there. We would have been able to create a bunch of tokens. Hopefully fling him in at some point. Gilded Goose also creates tokens every turn as well. So that's another good thing about that. And that was really fun. All right. Up against Spaceman or Spaceman 2, I guess, with the double eyes. And let's check this out. So I still know turn 1 play, but we're going to keep it. Paradise Druid, perfect. Still Leaf Champion. All of this is good. Negate of the Even Legion. Forest past the turn. Llanowar would have been great there. Doom to center. All right. Paradise Druid past the turn. This Great Henge is what's going to win us the game. I'm hoping they don't have like sack outlets here. All right, so swings in, probably just gonna pump, no blocks. Once we get our Still Leaf Champion out, we can kind of handle him fairly well. I guess he can actually pump out of range now already. All right, but being able to create tokens each turn is not bad. So let's just do this. Imperious Perfect. Swing in. Pass the turn. We're going to take a lot of damage, but we can start creating just blockers each turn. Yorvo is going to be pretty good here to start growing him as we go. Hopefully just get to fling in at some point here. Still Leaf Champion I like, but with Death Touch on the battlefield already, it's annoying. That's also annoying. Do I create a 2/2? Yeah, I think I go ahead and do this. Take 2. We can create a blocker that kills it every time anyway. So let's play Yorvo. And pass the turn. Next turn, we get Great Henge into Steel Leaf Champion, I believe. Bell Spectre comes down. Yep. Have to discard a card. I don't like showing our Fling here, but it is the best thing to show. Like, best thing to discard. All right, grow the Yorvo. How do we do this? Is this if it's greater? If power is greater than Yorvo. So now Steel Leaf Champion doesn't do that for us. I can just play this out and make him massive. They can't actually kill our Yorvo now because of Knight of the Even Legion. So we also want to be swinging in here. Let's get out the Great Henge. So let's do this. Imperious Perfect, grow the Yorvo, play this for 3. Play Paradise Druid. And swing in with Yorvo. Takes it. They know that we have Fling in this deck. That is very, very interesting. All right, next turn we should be able to pull this together unless they have double discard. They have Murder. All right, Murder's bad. That is annoying. He swings in, down to 11. Okay, Woodland Champion. Resolve. Another Fling. Steel Leaf Champion, 6 damage, 7. How do we do this? I'm debating if I can actually win this turn. It's a little bit greedy to go for it, so I can swing in with all of this. The Imperious Perfect. So if they block Imperious Perfect, I think we do have it. So we swing in with everything. Yeah, they block the Perfect. They block Druid. They don't block Druid. Okay, that's great. All right, down to 4, and then we Fling in. Sacrificing Steel Leaf Champion, and there we go. And being able to win a turn early with this kind of deck is actually very, very important. And that's the whole purpose of having Fling in this deck. I do think we can go down to maybe 3 copies, but I really wanted to make sure I was actually flinging in on this video. And I'm really glad that worked out. But yeah, being able to have an extra turn, like being able to kill them a turn early is so, so important with a deck like this. And so that was awesome. All right, up against Kissy Frotte. Bring it on. I think it's how you say that. I'm going to say it like that. Kissy Frotte. I feel like that's got to be a different language, and I don't know it. All right, we have a turn to Steel Leaf Champion, and so that is awesome. We will definitely be keeping that. Riz the Redeem, awesome card. I'm excited to really try this one out, so keep this. And we will eventually be playing, not Brawl with it. I'd like to play, hopefully we get Commander at some point as well. That would be great. So Gil the Goosey. Play him out, pass the turn. We do need to find... a land so that we can play Lovestruck Beast here effectively. Woodland Champion, awesome. So we are going to go ahead and play Steel Leaf Champion this turn. Pass the turn. And getting him down to a lower life total is really what we need here, so then we can Fling in quickly on a turn. Yorvo as well. All right, so just swing in with Steel Leaf Champion here. All right, they do have Cast Down. Resolve. So let's go for... I don't want to do this. Let's go for Paradise Druid. I would rather have guaranteed 3 mana next turn than playing out a few extra things. It also, everything gets better if we have Woodland Champion Yorvo down first before we play most of this stuff. Jadelight Ranger comes out. Oh, Sultai Explore? Or is this just like Sultai Value Town? I'm hoping they don't have board wipes with this now. Vivian is annoying. Creature with flying, so they can kill the Gilded Goose. Let's just play Yorvo. No attacks past the turn. Yorvo can start getting bigger pretty quickly. We can play a lot of creatures next turn. We'd like land, so we can go Woodland Champion, Rhys, and Gilded Goose.
Wild animals I like. People, the wilds are my shield.
Also, maybe just Lovestruck Beast into creating a Lovestruck Beast. Having another 5/5 would be really nice here. But not being able to use it, it makes it pretty bad. We do have a 1/1 with Rhys, so we can at least play that out on another turn. Let's go... Woodland Champion, Gilded Goose. Rhys the Redeem is only good if we actually have mana to be using here. Yeah, I'm not going to play that out right now. Let's go ahead and swing in at Vivian. Force the block. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe here. They already got some value out of Vivian, so they may go ahead and let this go. The issue is that they could have stuff to bring stuff back from the graveyard. Stuff to have stuff, yeah. But they are going to have this Wild Growth Walker, which will grow. We will hopefully be able to close out this game, though, as long as they don't have some sort of board wipe or bad removal for us. So pass the turn.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
We are running, I think, 21 lands in this deck, and maybe 20. Ravenous Chupacabra, that's annoying. Woodland Champion is out to start growing, though, so just creating these Lovestruck Beast tokens is so much better now. Wild Growth Walker comes out. Yep. We also have Yorvo. Let's do this. Let's go Heart's Desire. Heart's Desire and Rhys the Redeem. Swinging at Vivian. They chomp. Next turn we can go attack a little bit more aggressively. We can also... We don't have enough mana to actually tap down this... Use this Rhys very well. Rhys? How is that pronounced? I think Rhys the Redeem makes sense to me. Hydra Krasis, very annoying. X5. Oh, they didn't use Finality? They must have another Finality. Why in the world would you not use Finality here? It doesn't kill Woodland Champion, but it kills all of the rest of our board, and we're stuck with 2 lands. Like, there's no way we get back from that. That's a really weird... They must have another one. Man, once they get this ultimate, though, I just don't know what we can do about it. Do we have to swing with everything here? Just to keep her off the ultimate? It is worthwhile, I think, even though we do lose Rhys. Rhys is still just a 1-mana creature.
So you've got claws.
And it's keeping them off of Indestructible, Vigilance, and Trample.
My friend.
And Woodland. Alright, this one may be over. And this has just been really poor running. We've run into 3 Yorvos. We did find some of our 1-mana ramp spells, which Gilded Goose, maybe Gilded Goose just needs to be like 2 copies. Because I think having 4, it's really not a great ramp spell. This is good. This gives us a way to stay in the game, even with Vivian. Kind of. Alright, swing in with Love Struck Beast, I guess. We at least will be able to kill a creature that's going to be trampling, vigilant, all that stuff. And they have the cast down. Of course. Our opponents just had all the answers. We've been running really poorly. I don't think we can win this. I'm going to stay in the game for a little bit just because. But I really don't think there's a way of staying in this one. We did finally ramp up, but man, what do we do about that? The fact that it has vigilance as well is so hard for us. If they didn't have life gain, I could say that we could maybe like start growing the Wildborn Preserver, find a fling and swing and like fling them in for the win, and just kind of be able to block for enough turns. But they also have trample, so like they're like Vivian's ability is game winning for sure. Like there's no reason to even block here, which we dropped down almost down to death. Castle Garenbrig. Yeah, good game. We're gonna go ahead and play it out just to draw cards here. I should have flung it at ourselves. All right, good game. Concede. I wanted to show them what we had going on. I could have flung it at ourselves though. That would have been fun. I mean, I feel like we were still in that game even with pretty terrible running with that deck. So let's try it again. All right, up against Cool Hand Luke. Bringing on Cool Hand Luke. And we have Llanowar, we have Still Leaf. We keep and we rejoice. And hopefully get to this Great Henge really quickly. And not a lot of artifact removal from what I've seen so far. Giant Killer. At least they played it out. Otherwise, they probably would have wished to have kept that. Let's hope they don't have Cast Down. Cast Down is so good in this format. Otherwise, if we hit land on human, ooh. If we hit land, we just get Great Henge here, and I think that we win by having that. Llanowar. Alright, swinging with Still Leaf Champion. Down to 13. This Giant Killer is going to get annoying. These Llanowar Elves are pretty good against the Dauntless Bodyguards. Let's play Paradise Druid here. Pass the turn. Teferi Time Raveler. Bounces Still Leaf Champion, I'm guessing. Yep. No more Great Henge for Jeffrey. Alright, play Still Leaf Champion. Play Parrot. Man. I'm hoping that with all of this stuff that they're playing, they're not going to be having board wipe. Or if they do, it's at least very... like, yeah. Hopefully they don't really have too much board wipe. Giant Killer, really annoying.
That's more like it.
We really needed to get to this Great Henge against this deck. That helps us so much if we could. I'm actually going to swing everything at Teferi here. Trading off with all this is just fine for us. We don't have any real payoffs with our mana right now. Actually, did we have Great Henge? I guess we could have played Great Henge there. We get rid of a lot of their board though here. Pass the turn. Knight of Malice, okay. Venerable Knight. Humans and Knights, really good. I'm sure this has Circle of Loyalty and Benelish Marshal in it as well, which is really solid. Steely Champion, awesome there for us. We really hope they've run out of removal. Come on.
Let's slow this down.
It's a really good deck. Really, really annoying and good. Giant Killer. Yup, yup, yup. If we can land this Great Henge, I think we still do have a shot. We will play Yorvo first. No attacks. Yorvo becomes a 6/6 next turn. If we hit land, we can actually play everything out here. Icon of Ancestry, human. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, we hit land. So, what's better? I guess Great Henge is better to play first. Alright, we get to grow Yorvo massively. Gain some life, start drawing cards. No attacks. The Teferi is going to be annoying because it can bounce the Great Henge. Hostage Taker. Probably on... they can take artifacts. I don't know why they didn't play Great Henge there. We'll take it, though.
Oh, I've done the hero.
Oh, man. What do we do about this? So we, Steely Champion dies for that anyway. Oh, I kept the wrong one. We're dead anyway. I mean, they can bounce Steely Champion next turn. If they get a swing in, we're basically dead anyway. They can tap down all of our blockers, and we're pretty close to dead. Yorvo doesn't help much. Losing that, so yeah, let's go ahead and concede. Oh man. Are up against Arasamor. Bring it on. Arasamor? Arasamor? Like, anyway, this guy. Riz the Redeem, Love Struck Beast, pretty good stuff. We need to hit our 3 mana to actually get this all out, but this is good. Keeping that. There we go. Hit 3rd mana. Let's actually go ahead and play Riz the Redeem, pass the turn. If it does die, we actually would prefer this to get shocked so that we can play it again. Have more mana on the next turn. For things. There we go. Alright, Love Struck Beast. Love Struck Beast. No attacks past the turn. This can kill our Rhys the Redeemed, which is annoying, but that's fine. Chain Whirler! Nice. Ah, Chain Whirler's in this format. All of our 1/1s. That does make Left Struck Beast a little bit worse. Hello. So they can swing in and they can kill Silly Champion with Crater Maker. Let's see if they decide to be aggressive or be more defensive with it. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 14. We can outpace them. Love Struck Beast is pretty good here. Goblin Instigator, okay. Now we just need to be able to have blockers. Ooh, I want that. Alright, play Love Struck Beast. It's a good blocker still. No attacks. Pass the turn. We need to keep one of these guys alive for the Great Henge if we do get to it. Great Henge will help us out here quite a bit. Goblin Matron. I don't feel like Goblin Matron is quite as good as the 4 mana one that looks, you know, you get every goblin from the top 4. Yeah, the Ringleader. I feel like Ringleader is definitely better. But being able to play both, pretty good. I guess that's a good way to go. So much value. Not swinging in. That's actually good for us here. Okay, I can go Lovestruck Beast and Rhys the Redeemed. Be able to start swinging in. Which we're not with the Fling. We're actually not terribly far from actually winning. Let's go Great Henge though. Great Henge into Woodland Champion. Becomes a 3/3. No attacks. Yorvo, Rhys, and Lovestruck Beast. Can I get all next turn? With a land I can. And we get 3 card draws, so that's good. Oh, Krenko has haste. Yeah, they need to be attacking in here. Crater Maker, we have to... Okay, Woodland Champion kill there. Kill the guy with haste. Kill a Crater Maker. I guess I'm going to block a Chain Whirler. If they decide to Crater Maker to do this, it actually means that they don't get in as much damage, and that's damage that doesn't go face. So this actually helps save us a lot of life, and we get to still kill a creature, which we're thinking of blocking anyway. So this is actually good for us. So we would prefer for them to actually go ahead and use a Crater Maker. The thing is that they can do it too. It's only target creature, I guess. I was thinking it could go face. Okay. Kills Lovestruck Beast. I love that these no longer kill the Great Henges because it's not colorless artifact anymore, or colorless land. All right, we killed the guy giving him haste, which is very good for us. Kill Stillleaf Champion. That's bad for us. Yorvo, give us a land. I think we just need more blockers, right? Lovestruck Beast actually doesn't even do anything here. And we can maybe Fling if we find... Alright, Rhys the Redeemed. Gaining 2 life every turn is helping. No attacks past the turn. These Goblin Ringleaders are really annoying. And it also has haste, right? Yeah. Man, so much stuff. I think our best hope is Stillleaf Champion to like maybe swing in and just flinging in for the win. We do have double fling. So as long as we get 20 points of damage with all of this, we have a shot. Skirk Prospector. What do they have? A Goblin Chain Whirler? That wouldn't really kill us, yeah. Alright, Woodland Champion. Anything that creates tokens is really good. We actually have token generation there as well. Wildborn Preserver also can get massive. In fact, can get massive pretty quick. Let's keep up. Yeah, Imperry is perfect. And take action for 1. If we hit Llanowar Elves, this is annoying. We could have had another blocker. Okay, can we stay alive? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're gaining life every turn. We can block a good chunk of it no matter what. Let's swing in with Yorvo. If we can get them down to 10, we just fling in on the next turn. Alright, they chump block. Makes sense. Goblin Matron. Yep. Digs for maybe War Chief. They could have the Trash Master. Trash Master is really annoying because it gets to kill Great Henge. They don't have... I think that it's worth having at least one Trash Master in the deck because it gives all your goblins +1/+1 and the ability to kill artifacts. I think, especially if you have Goblin Matron in here, putting it in as a 1-of is definitely worthwhile. And they may be thinking that now as well. So we have double Fling here. So let's actually do this. How big can we grow Wildborn Preserver? All right, everything gets bigger. All right, so how much mana do we need? Yorvo's gonna grow. Let's take another turn. Let's pay 1 here. Because it still lets us play both Steel Leaf Champions here. Do we want to hold up Fling, actually? Can we Fling for lethal here? What if we swing in? So 12, we don't quite have enough. Let's play another Steel Leaf. It's always a pretty good idea. Take action for 1. And now next turn we should be able to win. No attacks, pass the turn. Goblin Ringleader. Yep. I mean, they're thinking that we're eventually going to have to swing in. These Steel Leaf Champions do help a ton for that. Goblin Instigator. Everything does have haste. The life gain from this has been awesome, because I think at some point they probably could have finished this off. But we're going to be able to Fling in for the win, which I'm so excited for. Yeah, Skirk Prospector. Another Legion War Boss, yep. Pretty good stuff. They get to mentor and create these, turn those guys into 2/2s. Swings in with everything. Yep, kind of their only option at this point. So, block here. Block here, block here, block here. Block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do they actually have lethal? Or did I already counted that one. I think by killing Skirk Prospector, we should be able to keep this. Because I'm guessing that they could have like a burn spell, but as long as we get to kill Skirk Prospector, we should win. Down to 7. Yeah, they should be able to kill us with that. Fling in, target your face with Yorvo. Opponent scoops it. Yeah, that's the value of just Great Henge in general as well. Great Henge so good with this deck as well. And that was awesome. All right, so there you guys have it with Mono Green Fling, and I love this deck. It's really good. So we went 3 out of 2. So we won 3 out of 5. So it does have a winning record with it. That was best of 1. So going into, I actually think it would still maintain pretty good stats, even diving into best of 3, because I think it's a well-rounded deck. I think that it's just very aggressive. There are things that you could pull out for sideboard cards and stuff. It has some good gameplay overall. We never actually found Nissa. The only thing maybe is drop down to 2 Gilded Goose and maybe have a little bit more 2 mana ramp. But being able to have that turn 3 play sometimes does just win you games. Like even in Historic, where there's a little bit more value, a little more power in people's decks, sometimes Steel Leaf Champion, especially with Fling available to you, is just powerful enough. So maybe what I would do is probably drop down to 3 copies of Fling, drop down like 1 or 2 Gilded Goose, go up maybe Incubation Druid or something like that. just so that you have a little bit more ramp overall. You could also play Marwyn in this deck. Marwyn is another way to grow every time you have an elf into the battlefield and create a ton of mana. So that's another way you can go with it as well. And so I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys would do with the deck, what you guys think about it. Overall, I think the deck is pretty powerful here. I mean, it was doing pretty well for us there, even though we weren't in ranked, which I know people always are posting, you got to play in ranked. It's just so much more fun to play best of one. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.